Today is Wednesday. It is the Rundown. It is December 6th. It is... Got to pay my rent. It is presented by Oakart.
Very late on your rent.
Wait, I feel like we had this conversation before.
I have it in my bag. I have a cashier's check. I got to have ZA. Do you still have the address of what? I'll figure it out after. It's presented by Oakart. Get your holiday oaks and ginger. ZA, after the show,
This seems like a very bad
We've had this conversation
system.
that his landlord doesn't let him do like direct deposit.
I get a cashier's check,
like
and I get
the
to drop it
craziest
FTV.
system.
Don't ask, just throw.
Something shady going on here.
Don't think, just throw. It is brought to you by, I don't understand it. I can't pretend to understand it. It makes no sense in this day
This
and
is
age.
like harder than, remember when you do the offshore accounts, you'd have to go to the Western Union?
Oh, that was the word. They have like a 500-digit code.
Yeah.
No,
and you had to put it in.
That's harder.
This seems harder than
regular
that.
check. Like I used to,
Nope.
even when I didn't do the direct deposit thing, I could just mail a regular check.
I get a cashier's check at my bank, and
have to
then I
drop
got
it
to
off?
walk to TD Bank, and then I got to deposit into this guy's Bohar's account. It's a
You're back in the
Holy
Western Union
shit.
gambling
Oh,
days.
yeah.
That
That's
is-
what's late.
Though that is the worst
It's
landlord
very late.
in
I'm
the
going to
world.
start getting harassed. Drink your oak and ginger. It is also brought to you by Mont Bow. Thank God I did the date because that prompted me. I've had this in my bag. Rundown 2017 is the promo code for Mont Bow. 20% off your first order of Mont Bow sells high-quality jeans, fair price. Normally jeans this good are $200. Not today, not now, not on our airwaves. They sell them for about $100. You can get 20% off at Mont Bow. You're just killing it right now. Use the code Rundown 2017 MOTTANDBOW.com. MOTTANDBOW.com. Mont Bow. Speaking of money, Tupac's dick is on the market for $7,500. Big Cat. Thoughts when you see this story, just thoughts, like someone selling a vintage Tupac dick pic, $7,500.
I feel like it should be more. That was my first thought. Like, that's a legend, Tupac. I also, reading the article on TMZ, they're like, Tupac used to just whip his dick out at parties.
Yeah,
it was
it
a
was
different
smooth.
time. It's like, not really.
Can't really do that
Matt Lauer
now.
and shit, they're just whipping out their dick
Everybody's
all the time.
whipping-
Like, everyone's been still whipping out their
The
dick.
Ric Flair story, that was
Yeah.
like a huge storyline. He
Dicks
just-
have been whipped out from 1999 to 2017
whipping it out everywhere.
on the regular.
No respect for the dead, you know.
You said the same,
You're-
right? You think
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
too-
$7,500. If my dick, if I was a superstar and my dead
Right.
dick's on the market for anything less than 10K, and even 10 I think
They're
is low,
fucking
but you got to get to 10 at
They're
least.
buying these stupid paintings from like Da Vinci for millions and millions. Why is Tupac's dick?
I actually
$7,500
think,
bucks?
like-
I didn't see the dick. Is it a good dick?
It's covered. I think
Oh,
she's
so there's
like
not
not
even a-
revealing it
Yeah,
until,
she thinks that, which
which means that she should get more.
is
Yeah.
part of, though, she's doing it wrong. Like, you can reveal, this is something that I think, like, art collector or a crazy person would, like, blow up and put as, like, art. Like, just
Yeah,
your...
Shia LaBeouf would put it up in a museum and stare at it for 48 hours
Right.
with a live stream
Live
on his
stream.
face.
Right, like that, or even, like, less just, like, it's in the living
Anybody
room.
who's into music and
rap
art and like, yeah, it's an artsy. This is the
Right.
dick of a legend.
Right.
Yeah,
Come, let
blah,
me
blah,
show
blah.
you Tupac's penis.
Correct.
Yeah.
And not even like a sexual manner, but like
Yeah.
that's Tupac's
Yeah.
penis.
Yeah, it's,
like,
it's a conversation starter.
there's the Biggie Smalls like huge face graffiti somewhere in New York. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like that, I could see someone like doing that with this dick pic. Like just that's.
But don't you
Tupac's
think?
dick.
Well, I mean, don't you think the price is like
way low?
shockingly
yeah,
low?
I'm agreeing with you. I
Yeah.
think
Dude,
that's
$7,500 in this day and age is like.
I think that's
there's like
It's not even a full
There's
Bitcoin.
like Harambe cheese doodles that go for
Right.
like $100,000.
that's
Right.
a $250,000 like picture if it's clear.
Right. Actually, I would. It'd be cool if it was like a Polaroid. Then
Yeah.
you could frame
Well,
that.
that's actually what we were talking about. Like that picture probably was a Polaroid or as one of those zip cameras
Yeah.
taken back then.
I need like the
Been
hard
developed
Polaroid.
and everything.
Yeah.
I assume then he posed for that.
Well,
Because
no, they
back
said
in
it was at a party and he just whipped it out.
But if you don't have a like, how are you taking a picture? of
Yeah,
it?
he had the Polaroid camera probably.
Right. So you got to like
I think
pose for
I
that.
bet
Like,
he
hold,
posed for
it's
it.
not like
I
a-
mean,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
picturing like Tupac's entire life and all of his parties were like music videos where he's like doing
Right.
whatever he wants and the center of attention. It's just
So
like,
it's
wow.
yeah, all right. These wildfires, crazy. I don't really think it's getting the attention yet that it deserves. It looks like a scene out of a movie. And what was stunning to me is on the sign of the commuters, it's like Wilshire Boulevard, like a mile and a half away. And it looks like the whole, it looks like the apocalypse. So I went on Boston.com, nothing. CNN right now, it's not the lead story. it looks like LA is going to burn to the ground. So I feel like this is not getting the hype that it deserves.
I also what changes? So what's gonna how are they gonna if it's getting this out of hand? How are they gonna stop it?
I think they should hope for rain. Like this is another one of those situations after the hurricane in Houston. It's like maybe when there's these storms that everyone says are like millennium or no, what century like breaking storms, and they happen back to back to back, and like all of LA is burning. Maybe global warming's real?
Something's going on.
Feels like that's probably...
Something's going on,
I don't
man.
know enough about global warming. I know LA has, I don't want to say it has it coming, but LA, California is the place where it's just perfect, or you have like major disasters.
Yeah, and earthquake's always on the horizon.
Because it's so perfect.
It's mudslides, earthquakes,
Right.
and
You can't have
wildfires,
life
depending on
at
where you're on the West
perfect.
Coast.
Right, so like this is, I mean, I still, do you think it's getting enough like publicity right now? Unless I'm just misinterpreting like what's happening.
No, I mean, I think it happens so quickly. Like winds change and like the fire goes nuts to the point that like it's probably gonna like this evening it'll probably be the big story.
Like I talked to Dallas Braden yesterday, and he said I forget what I was asking him, like, you get this for like the podcast? So he's like, sorry, I'm like evacuating my house because of the wildfires. I didn't even skip a beat. I didn't really know what he was talking about. I was just like, yeah, but the podcast. Like I'm asking about the podcast, not like,
well, that's
chill out about.
It's you.
that's nice, Dave. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying
Leader of men, real
I
good.
didn't
Real
understand the
good boss.
gravity of the situation.
Clearly.
Okay, I'm trying to make a point.
Well, here's the thing.
That
Maybe if someone says
proves my point.
I'm evacuating because of the fires, that should maybe signal.
I didn't know
gravity
what
of
that
the
meant. I
Well,
was
it's-
like, what fires?
Yeah.
Next.
The Rams didn't practice today. Something to
Big
think about.
news.
That's-
By the way, when football teams, like, I could see football teams like Last Boy Scout running through the fire. Like, when
Yeah.
football teams let something interfere with their schedule, that's big news.
I mean, the only good thing that Lewis's intern Matt Brown gave me ever was that when there's wildfires outside a Cal game, he's like, it's so thick.
Oh, yeah.
The smoke is so thick.
That was the wa-
breathe.
that was
take
the-
the under. It's the easiest under.
That was
all
Washington State Cal.
Yes.
And they led the broadcast with an old
Yeah.
guy walking with a gas
year. Right,
mask.
and they couldn't. The players it
Yeah.
was just a slow.
I had
slow
Washington,
game.
I think, minus 20. They lost by 30.
Yeah, that was a stunner.
Yeah, no, they lost by 30.
Yeah, but the under was easy.
Yeah.
Wildfire.
That was when we were on the road. I was watching. It was thick air, and they actually had like a meter during that game where it's like it would have to be canceled
Right.
because the air quality if it dropped. And I kept being like drop below. I was rooting
Needed
because
to
cancel the game because I was like, come on, don't let these people breathe because I mean, watching that game was over before it started. Never bet a wildfire game. That was my
Well, we bet a
the
wildfire under.
Yeah. Spreads box. Use the code Rundown. You get 25% off your first month's box. This is a great gift item. A lot of good gift items. But Spreads Box simplifies the shopping experience. No coming through department stores for hours, or roaming through, I should say. New box is shipped out every month. 5 to 6 products, socks, ties, cufflinks, sunglasses, shave products, cute little like gadgets that you always need. Subscriptions start at $25 and are guaranteed to have over $100 worth of value. So another great value thing. Give it to somebody they'll think it costs $100. You get 25% off your first month's box. Code Rundown. Breaking this broke today, Mike Francesa says he will not be joining Barstool, even though he had nothing but great things to say about us.
Glowing review.
Called us a traveling troupe.
Are you a Team Portnoy guy? Any chance you want to, join Barstool Radio? I think you make a great fit.
I don't. You see, I think that. Listen, I like the Barstool guys. They've created a lot of, T-shirts about me, which have all been well done. They just created another one this past week.
They got
But
the Serious channel now.
so but I don't. You know what? I think that my day of being part of that group is past. I think that it's for somebody else. I think that, first of all, I don't think they need me. They have their own group. They have their own traveling troupe. And again, listen, they're not for 10-year-olds, okay? They're going to be a little edgy. So you got to already understand the world before you're going to be, you got to be 17, 18 years old before you're going to be involved with them.
Which I believe may have to be a T-shirt.
I like whenever someone brings it up, his first thing is like, yeah, I like those guys. They made T-shirts.
Oh, he loves the T-shirts. Loves the T-shirts.
Hey, I'll give him credit though. Like, he never. Everybody else cease and desist. Don't use my image.
Right.
Mike loves it all.
What was the deal though with like him
Called
getting
us
in-
edgy?
No, yeah, but being like it's like you can't be 10 or 11 years old.
I think that's fair.
But Mike Francesa is 70. What is he talking about?
He's saying that like young kids shouldn't.
But
like,
is he like a big like? Is he big in the 10-year-olds?
No, I think he was saying like that was just him being like. Mike knows that we're edgy and he accepts me for what we are. We're the Samponders and people.
Not
in the
for
world,
everybody.
but yeah,
We're a traveling troupe.
Right. But
So
I
you
would
gotta
say
be
there's probably a pretty heavy crossover between his audience and our audience.
His audience is definitely older
Right.
than ours.
So,
Oh, yeah.
come on, Mike. Hop aboard.
he said that day has passed him by. I disagree, Mike. I think
was
the
that
internet
day
is
ever-
ready for you.
Right. Was that day ever there either?
But, he's been at it
feel
for
like if you
25
tried to
years.
Explain Mike Francesa like 10 years ago, like, hey, you want to blog? Like that day's passed me by.
Yeah, he definitely still doesn't understand.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that have passed us by, I will continue to put this on the rundown topic as long as it infuriates me, which may be forever. Bitcoin is now over 13,000, and it is driving me absolutely.
Well, you bought some though.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
doesn't
I
care.
bought like $10 worth,
Yeah, no, I need to buy more.
but you can't
Why?
because
limit.
they don't let you.
You can only buy like a couple $100
Here's
a
what
day.
bothers me. I tried to buy. This is going to be my big investment. When Lewis told me about it, it was at $6,000, and I said, Lewis, I want $500,000. At 6,000, and I got 5,000 because they wouldn't let me. So now, it is. I would have been out. I would have doubled.
Yeah,
out.
you would have been doubling out. Easy.
And it is
yeah.
infuriating me to no end that just keeps going up.
It's like, when is it going to stop?
Maybe never.
Is it just
I mean,
going
that
to be $1 billion?
that McAfee guy said $1 million.
Yeah, the guy who like poisons people and is hiding out in South America.
That
the
sounds like a
rainforest?
guy who knows what he's talking
The
about.
Mackie virus guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He knows
He's
what he's
a.
talking about.
Kind of.
Have
but
you
he's
read
also
articles on that
crazy.
guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. He has murdered people.
Yeah, and he thinks that like the
said-
government
he
is
said
trying
he'll
to
eat his
poison
own
his
dick.
water.
That's the guy who said, "I'll eat my own dick."
I didn't know. Yeah.
Yes.
It was just the widest thing, and he's the security. Like.
And he's the one who's like Bitcoin's never going to stop. How about that one? Did you see that one guy who buried his hard drive by accident, like in
Yeah.
England? He bought Bitcoin when it was like pennies, and he threw away his hard drive forgetting about it. And there's like $150 million worth of Bitcoin on his hard drive, and he's trying to like the landfill where it is won't let him recover it.
He wants to like empty the whole landfill and search for it. Which if you got like 150 million, it's worth
There's
it.
nobody I hate more than these Bitcoin millionaires. I fucking
Yeah, they're the worst.
hate them. They've done nothing. Who buys a Bitcoin when it's worth like pennies?
Yeah, I hate the story of like, oh yeah, I sold this guy a slice of pizza for 10 Bitcoins back in like 1990.
I've done nothing with my
yeah,
whole
yeah,
life.
yeah.
I've been a fucking guy who fucked around on the internet. Now I have $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. I want to kill those people.
Yeah, because they just bought Bitcoin.
That's
and
worse
they
than
just
when
hung
you
out.
hear like, we found a baseball card collection in my grandpa's basement that's worth like $2 million. That drives me nuts. The art people, we found this painting. It's actually an original
I
Da
have-
Vinci.
Now
for
that
$1
I'm thinking about it,
million.
though, the type of people that are making money off Bitcoin, like if we get like the Bitcoin billionaires Instagram accounts, like these, like pasty white dudes that play like video games all day and then suddenly became billionaires, would be a funny visual. Like
good.
that would be funny content.
You know what's
Good
going to be?
material.
It's
trying
going
to figure
It's
out
gonna
what
be
to do
Lewis,
with
first of
billions
all.
It's going to be.
It's gonna be Lewis and Marty.
Yeah, it's going to be a Daily Mail article, the billionaires of Bitcoin. You know how
Right.
they have like the sheiks.
Yes,
of,
exactly.
like,
That's gonna be great
The
content.
billionaires of
Yeah.
Bitcoin. I am so out on Bitcoin right now. I probably have
Even
like
though you are literally in on
I have
Bitcoin.
20 grand worth of Bitcoin, and when I woke up,
You bought 20 grand or you have 20 grand?
I've invested I probably have like 20 grand.
Okay.
Like I probably put in like 10.
Got it.
But it's like doubled. When I wake up, I go through my routine. I turn on. Here's my routine. I wake up. I put on Spotify. Get in the shower. Listen to music. Come out. Check the Bitcoin price. And I honestly, with no like mixed emotions, I want it to be like $2.
We got to get you some more Bitcoin. How can you
Yeah,
not
I
buy
mean-
more?
You buy like $500 a day.
You need to buy
They're like
more.
regulated. It's fucked.
I already
that's
missed
the
it.
Winklevoss shit.
I already missed it. It's like a crap state. I wanted it at 6. I made my decision mentally. No one told me I couldn't
I
get it.
think it's still going up.
That's the thing. Is
Well,
like,
it is. It goes up a
Yeah,
ton.
just keep
So
buying
just
more.
But
keep
you
going.
can't do that
going.
forever.
unless
Yes, you
McAfee,
can.
McAfee will eat his dick.
Says the man who bet every fucking under in a day of baseball because all the day before was all overs.
Yeah.
You can keep buying.
Can't. On the
It's the
skydiving,
same exact logic that you've used before.
What is that?
With money.
that skydiving Santa coming in at some charity event. What was the charity event? It was Toys for Tots for a volleyball game. It was like a volleyball charity event. This Santa supposedly experienced skydiving. He looked like he never skydived before.
Was approaching the landing, you can see him coming in at full speed, crashing into a tree and a light pole, breaking his leg. Dominic Nelson saw it all.
It's the worst thing I've ever scene.
Even if he didn't hit the tree, he was coming in way too hot, way too fast. For me, and I always post Christmas, I love when people dressed in Santa Claus outfits have mishaps.
Tragic.
Like
When tragedy strikes Santa Claus, it's great.
the DC Santa Claus or wherever the guy who's spreading is shot by a pellet gun. Baltimore. Still, like, one of my favorite videos that's ever put on. He's like, oh, he gets shot in the ass.
Oh, man, this is awesome, though. Whoa, yes. Merry. Somebody just shot me.
But this Santa,
Skydiving
broke
Santa
his
from
leg.
last year was very funny too.
Yeah,
when they
but
were
this
like,
one
he's coming in a little hot or
With
whatever
the
it was.
trees, how
Santa's
the
a little
trees
short.
broke.
The
Yeah.
tree,
It was
I
just
mean,
beautiful.
he hits that tree at like
100
100 miles an
per
hour.
It looked like he had no conception
hurt?
where the ground
I'm
was.
sure he
broken
did.
leg.
Did you see?
So, and like the fact that Santa has to go in an ambulance and all the kids
the kids
watching.
are screaming.
That's
Did you see the
fucking
reaction of like the news guy? He was like, it was
Oh,
it was
yeah,
the worst
no,
thing I've ever seen.
That was it was
the worst thing
that was a
I've ever
spectator.
seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, that was the worst thing.
I've ever seen.
He meant like that guy is like in therapy. Like the way he says like that was the most disturbing
Yes.
thing. Well, there is something primal about seeing Santa Claus get ragdolled.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Breaking
it's like your
through a
childhood
tree.
just getting crushed.
Yeah. God bless it. Mike Pence, this story came out, not great. He ratted on his frat for having a keg. I'm not sure there's anything lower that can be said about somebody in life.
That guy's got to be kicked out of the government, kicked out of the country.
That's what politicians are, though.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
they're the
say
snakes.
everyone knew that kid in college. Like there was that one kid who he ran for like student government, and he was the president of a fraternity. He was always trying to make sure that like he went through college, and graduated, and didn't have any bad pictures of him or anything like that, and was like, I can now be president or vice president. That's the type of guy who will rat you out.
Tough,
when you're having a keg.
because Trump doesn't drink either, right?
I don't think so.
Again, just a wild.
Yeah, I don't think he drinks at
Oh,
all.
I can't trust him even more now.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
It's a common thread, though. Politicians, they're all crazy.
They're all just
they
not
are.
normal human beings. They're,
They're
like
like male
aliens.
cheerleaders.
Yeah,
not
they're
the-
aliens.
Yeah. Rough N Rowdy odds came out, and the Sharps pounded Tex. Tex opened
Hank was
minus
a huge-
160,
a huge fan
minus
of Saw
165. It's now even. So, and we've had people call. There's articles written. A lot of people now are basically saying the fight experience doesn't matter if Hank's a better athlete. Doesn't matter if he's got the reach. The fight experience is going to be a different spanker. You are directly involved in this fight.
It's a fair assessment. I mean, you obviously want the guy who's probably fought before, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, the only thing I watched stool scenes last night. Tex does not seem like a guy who wants to fight anymore. Like,
You mean the conversation Tex?
yeah, when he's like, when you kept him like, well, win the fight. He's like, I'm gonna win the fight. He was talking, but I don't think he was believing what he was saying.
Well, I think he also knows he's on like his fourth concussion.
Yeah.
It was,
Well,
There's
that's
got to be
his.
somewhere in the back of
it
your
was
head.
the least confident I've seen Tex.
Yeah.
He was talking in
Like
circles.
rattled.
He's like, I need $2,000. It's like, well, you'll probably get at least 10 if you win. And you
He's like, oh, I'm gonna win, and
Yeah.
I'll fight him in the streets.
Yeah.
Then you wouldn't get any money.
Right.
But I need the money. What?
Yeah,
So,
like if you win the fight, you're going to get a lot of money.
right. Or just like you can also figure out a deal with Hank. Couldn't you figure out a deal where it's like an 80-20?
I suggested that off the record. I'm like, why don't you go to him and do it off the record? He's like, I won't do that.
Like if he wants money to fight,
got
there is
fourth
money
concussion, not
on the
smart.
table to fight. If you
Not
do 80-20, like these guys are fighting, and the money to me, I mean, obviously Tex has student loans, and I'm not gonna. I mean, that sucks, but the money is not really important. It's the pride and having to come into this office every day and see the other guy.
Right. And as
so
a-
splitting it
Yeah, but
80-20
here's
is
the
not
thing.
that big of a deal, I'd think.
I would agree with that. The only thing I'll say is that Hank has a lot more to lose. Like if Tex comes in here a loser, guess what?
Right, but
Nothing
wouldn't you
changes.
want to do 80-20 no matter what?
Yeah.
Like, if I were in this fight, I'd be like, yeah, let's just do 80-20. Like, that's still,
Some guaranteed
you
cash,
still,
even
you
if you-
still win significantly more money
Yeah,
if you win.
I suggested I didn't want to be part of that. I'm like, I'd go off the record, do it with Hank. Don't tell anybody and do it. He didn't want any part of that. He won't do that.
but he needs
He needs
money.
cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
And
also
he-
is stuff that he probably should have thought, because where it got a little confusing is like, again, whether people believe it or not, like this was not part of the plan.
Correct.
Like this fight, they brought and I said no. It's like, all right, you guys want to fight, and then we throw the money, and then he wants money to fight. It's like, yeah, but we're like this. You jumped.
I just
on.
know that Tex, I've never seen that out of
I've
him
never
where
seen
he
him-
was not.
He's Mr. Bravado.
He, yeah.
All of a
and he,
sudden it was like, but maybe I might lose.
you kept on
but I won't.
reminding him that he could win the money. He's like, snapped back and was like, oh yeah, I'm going to win. But
Well, there you go.
Why
yeah.
are you sitting here asking for it then?
It's gonna be. I feel like the buzz is building. It's gonna be an electric night. Week from Friday. It's coming up.
Very
Are you still
excited.
confident in your boy?
Yeah, I'm confident.
Live weigh
I got to
in.
figure out what the fuck our entrance is going to be.
Live weigh in, by the way.
We have done zero planning.
I asked him about that. Live weigh in is going to be 7:30 the night before
Thursday?
in West Virginia.
Okay.
That'll be on Facebook, Twitter. Pete's smirking. Maybe it won't be.
I'm yeah. I mean,
He just gave me the Jordan 3-point shrug.
We went to the gym last night, and I like immediately when you're promoting a fight, I just realized you just yelled December 15th over and over. I must have said it like 500 times. December 15th, December 15th. Texas won this December 15th. Just over and over and over. Sells probably hundreds.
It's gonna be a wild, wild night.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do after?
There's not much to do there.
I was gonna say, come on.
Okay, so it's gonna
Get on
be
a
such
plane.
like a
Although-
big hype, awesome experience, and then the minute it ends, we'll be like,
Although I will say, after the last fight that we were at West Virginia, we went back to our like cabin in the woods, and there was like someone else who was staying there for the fight, and they were throwing a rager to the point like I was nervous, like that I was just gonna get.
are we
like,
staying at a hotel or the cabin in the woods?
I think we're in a hotel. I think we're better.
I think
do
we're
you remember-
also.
do you
The
remember,
winner,
like, the
whoever
party
has
that
that
was going
cash
on?
will be ready to party in West Virginia.
Yeah,
Yo,
in
you have like
Woods
10
in
grand
West
in that
Virginia
town.
last
You
year?
can fucking
Yeah,
buy
no,
the
I might
place.
have to rent a spot out, like
Yeah.
rent the back of like a
Get like the
a Papa
American
John's
Legion.
out. Yeah,
I've also told by the Young and Happy guys that there's a strip club next to the hotel. That's
there
just
you go.
something that.
Well, it sounds
information-
like we're in a lot more like populated area than we were before.
we also I think the entire like crew is going down on the same plane, which there'll be
like 11
fireworks on the
people on the
plane.
No, Tex isn't flying. He's afraid of flying. He's
Everybody
driving.
else.
Oh, what is he, John
everybody else.
Madden? What the fuck?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, did I told the story today, but when we flew down last time, we were getting bumped around, missed flights, like lost my luggage, and we spoke with like I think United. Like if you guys sprint, you can make this flight at like 12 minutes. And Tex just he yelled high knees and sprinted away 100 miles per hour, left me, Pete and Frankie behind. There was a V in the airport, and he just went the wrong way. And he didn't have his phone. His phone was dead. So we were sitting on the plane like a minute before takeoff, and there was no sign.
God damn it!
High knees and just bolted.
Oh my god!
Like 100 miles per hour.
Who else is going down? It's gonna be a scene.
Well, your entire contingency.
Yeah.
Myself,
11 Barstool
Frankie,
people on a plane is like,
Yeah.
that should be illegal.
Pete,
Yeah.
clearly.
Whatever airline did
YP for behind the
Oh,
scenes.
by the way, just a little heads up: do not make a sound joke to Pete. He's not really happy about those. He's got this big board downstairs
Yeah.
he's testing out, and I was like, "What's the button to make sure there's sound, Pete?" And he just looked at me like, "If you fucking say it again, I'm gonna cut you."
Yeah.
So I guess it's a little too soon for the
The
sound
Facebook
jokes.
crew
Yeah.
has like PSD from that.
Yeah.
No sound.
Yeah.
That's another one. I remember that driving away in that car being like, oh, by the way, there's no sound.
No
on the
sound.
show.
No
What?
sound. I'm fucking
December
pumped.
15th.
December
December
15th.
15th, there will be
Texans
blood.
want this shit. December 15th.
It's going to be an interesting night.
Woo.